Hi, this is Evan Jones from lawschooly.com. Today we're looking at Preptest 9, Game 4. This is the fourth game in the October 1993 Preptest 9 in your 10 Actual Official LSATs compilation. This is a funny looking game because they provide a diagram for you. It's not a mapping game, it's really just a grouping game. Yeah, that they've done the diagram already for you. And anytime you see that they've got one all written out like that, you want to be using that exact same pattern. There's not going to be a trick. So here they have the 6 boxes: City 1, City 2, City 3, City 4. I just didn't write City, but other than that, this is basically what you see in your prep test. So definitely use it for setting up your main diagram. So let's take a look at the rules. In these cities, we have 8 institutions. We got hospital, 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 4 hospitals, 2 jails, and 2 universities. As far as more specific rules, no institution is in more than one of the cities, which means that, like, obviously you can't have one of these hospitals be in both 1 and 2, and they have to be discrete, just in one or the other. And then none of the cities contain more than 1 jail or more than 1 university. So for that, I just wrote max 1 jail, max 1 university, something that helps you remember that. Each jail is located in a city that contains at least 1 hospital. So you have jail, then hospital. And you could write like at least 1, AL1 is what I do for that. Something that helps you remember it's okay to have more than 1 hospital. Anytime you see a J, you're going to see an H. Okay, next rule, the universities are located in 2 cities that don't share a common boundary. So this would be okay, but this would not be okay right here. This would be okay, etc., etc. Luckily, they go ahead and make life way easier for us because the final rule is that you have a university in City 3. That means there's only 2 possibilities remaining for universities, either here or here. University is a possibility. I like to write that like this. And I'm also realizing that I forgot a rule. This happens. If you have a jail, then you cannot have a university. That's a no-no. So just represent that with a more typical not block situation like this. Jail and university is a no-no. So you can also go ahead and write in no jail here if you want, if that'll help. And also City 6 contains a jail. That's part of our last rule. So sorry for the scrappy laying out of the rules, but, in real life, sometimes that's how it plays out. You're hurrying along. Okay, so, and likewise, since there's a jail here, no university here, which means, great, there's always a university there. So that helped us out pretty well. We already know where our universities are. There's only 1 jail left to place. Because there's a jail here, there has to be a hospital here. And now that leaves us with just 1 jail and 3 hospitals remaining to place somewhere in these remaining cities. Okay, moving on to the problems. 19, which of the following could be true? When I see a global could be true question like that, I'm hoping that the information that we've already laid out solves it, that there's no additional inferences to make. So before you do any additional work, just go through the answers. City 5, could that contain a university? No. We know where our universities are. That would be breaking the boundary rule to have one there. So that's out. Cross off A. City 6 has a university. Nope, not possible. Again, we know where our universities is. 2 has a jail. Nope. Falls foul of the JU rule. That's gone. 3 has a jail. Nope. Same thing. So by elimination, we've got E as our correct answer. City 3 contains a hospital. Yeah, no reason why you can't have a hospital in there with the university. Question 20, another global must be true. Global could be true question. So just do the same situation and hope we've solved it already. City 1 contains exactly one hospital. To me, that looks possible. I don't see why not. So I'm going to go on and try and see if the other answers are easier to eliminate. City 1 contains exactly one university. No, that's not possible. Cross B off. That's gone. We know where our universities are. City 2 contains exactly one jail. Nope, that's gone. So C is out. Cross off C. D, City 5 contains exactly one university. Nope, that's gone. D's out. City 6 contains exactly one university. Nope, that's gone. So we're left with only A as the possible answer. Okay, problem 1920 were pretty easy. Let's look at 21. Which of the following is a complete and accurate list of the cities that could have the jail that's not in 6? You've got to follow your university rule, obviously. You can't have jails in there. So once you get rid of that, and you can't have 2 jails in one place, so it can't be in 6 either, that leaves only 1, 4, and 5. No reason why I can't go in any of these spots. This intuition will get stronger as you go on, but you should know that when a variable is pretty free, don't try and make up like imaginary reasons why it can't be somewhere. You'll just hurt your head and you won't do anything, to help yourself. So just throw in jail could be there, jail could be there, jail could be there, and you're good to go. And that's D, 1, 4, and 5, the correct answer. Problem 22, if each of the 6 cities contains at least one of the 8 institutions, then which of the following must be true? The best thing here to do is take stock of what you've got left. You've got 3 H's and a J, and because of this J then H rule that you've got to have at least one J and H together, and then you've only got 2 H's left. So you need those to fill up these remaining 4 spots. So you've got some flexibility as to where these 3 pieces go into these 3 spots, but other than that, your things are pretty fixed. So at that point, just go straight to the answer choices and see what you see. Does there have to be a jail in City 1? No, because it could be in 4 or 5 as well. So that's not a must be true. It's gone. B, is there a hospital in City 2? No, if you did that, then you'd have to have an empty city. So that's no good, because you've only got these 3 little pieces to work with. There's a hospital in City 3. No, again, same problem. If you try to put a hospital here, then you'll put JH here, right? And then now you're out of pieces to fill one of the remaining spots. So that's no good either. And how about D, there's a hospital in City 4? Yeah, there has to be a hospital in each of these 3. In fact, we could have just written that in, and then the J could just go in any one of them. But there has to be a hospital to satisfy this at least one per city rule. So that's our correct answer. Question 23, in which of the following cities must there be fewer than 3 hospitals? So of this remaining, if we look at it, we've only got 3 hospitals left. We could technically throw in all the hospitals here. That's fine, because you can leave cities empty, right? And then, actually, sorry, you can't do that because you have to leave one remaining to go with the other jail. So the most you can have is 3 hospitals in one spot ever. And however, you could move that around. You could have this guy be 1 JH and then this one JH, 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 and you could move this to any of these 3 blocks, 1, 4, or 5. So which one has to contain fewer than 3 hospitals? Well, so 1, 4, and 5 can have these 3 hospitals. 6 can have it. It's only 2 and 3 that can't, because if you have more than 3 in there, there's not a hospital left to go with each jail. That's a tough inference, but if you want to take a look at it, say I put 3 hospitals here, hospital, hospital, hospital. Then there's no more hospitals left. I've used them up. I'd have to have a J by itself, which is breaking this rule here, that wherever you have a J, you have an H. So either 2 or 3 could be the answer to this problem. There must be fewer than 3 hospitals in either of those. Only 2 is available as an answer choice. That's the correct answer. B, 2. Circle it and move on. Okay, question 24. If one of the cities contains exactly 2 hospitals and exactly 1 university, then which one of the following lists 3 cities that might among them contain no hospital? So this is pretty tricky. We've got to have one city that one of these 2 has to have 2 hospitals, right? And then we know that and it could be either of these, you know, so it doesn't really matter which. And then we need to use the remaining hospital to go with a jail in either 1, 4, or 5. So a JH, just kind of remember that that is bouncing around. And then you can, you know, go from there. And you should be able to solve the problem pretty quickly. Which of the following 3 cities that might among them contain no hospital? Looks like 1, 3, 4, and 5 would all be good to me. Oh, among all 3, sorry, because you need to have it be, this is a little bit tricky mentally. It's asking which could, in a certain situation, all of them have none. So 1, 4, and 5, there has to be at least 1 hospital in one of those 3. But say, if I then look at answer choice A, because I think the easiest thing to do at this point is just start testing these out. 1, 3, and 5, could that possibly have no hospitals among them? Sure. I'd just put this this H and H up here, right? And then have my J and my H here, and then all of a sudden, bam, we've used all of our variables, and there's no hospitals in 1, 3, or 5. So that's kind of lucky that that's the first answer. But I think once you kind of make the sort of deductions that I did, that you've got this H and H block that's moving around, it's a pretty quick solve from there. Bit of tricky language in the question that made it hard, but it's the last question in a game, and they're frequently pretty hard. So just don't panic and solve it, and now we're done. Okay, thanks. Sorry that live solve is maybe a bit messier than when I take the time to do the questions beforehand, but hopefully it gives you an idea of how this plays out in real life, because I haven't done this game, you know, I don't know, for 5 years at least. So, okay, thanks a lot, and hope you enjoyed the Preptest 9 complete explanations. And if you want us to do any more explanations, just let us know in the comments which prep test and which game you'd like to see an explanation for, and we are happy to do it. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.